Welcome to the Rundown. It is Thursday, June 19th, Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to everyone who is celebrating national holiday. Today, the Rundown is brought to you by NASCAR. NASCAR is coming to Chicago this summer. 2 days full of racing and nonstop entertainment. 4th of July weekend, NASCAR racing through downtown Chicago in the iconic Grant Park. Entertainment-filled weekend with your favorite artists featuring Keith Urban, the Chainsmokers, the Black Keys, and Lauren Elena. The 2024 Chicago Street Race will be the most talked about event of the summer. NASCAR is back in Chicago for 4th of July weekend. Purchase Barstool's $99 special ticket offer for general admission on Sunday.
Yeah, nothing like summer in Chicago. That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
That's a great deal.
yeah. Actually, that is a great deal.
The Black Eyed Peas, you said?
Yeah.
That is.
No, Black Keys, Black Eyed Peas. They ain't together.
I was like, did they get back together for this NASCAR event? No, but the Chainsmokers.
Gold on the ceiling.
Love the
That's actually
Chainsmokers.
Black Keys are sick, and Chainsmokers, of course, goats. Keith Urban, I mean, like, come on. Lauren Aina,
I'm not too familiar with
I'm not too familiar with her game, but I bet her game's strong.
Yeah.
Well, first up, Stanley Cup Finals. Oilers beat Panthers 4-3 to force Game 6 back in Edmonton on Friday. Connor McDavid is now 5 points away from Wayne Gretzky's all-time record for most points in a single playoff. McDavid currently has 42. Gretzky's record is 47. And Nicky smokes.
I don't necessarily like that record
You don't like it?
Why?
because it means you have to play a lot of games.
Yeah.
It's better to say like per game.
Yeah.
I know it. That being said, it's Gretzky, so it's like, okay, it actually checks out. But it's like, if you go to 7 games every series, you have more chance to score a lot. But I mean, I think the Panthers are dead. They're more than dead.
Really? I agree. I bet when Edmonton was down 2-0, I took the Oilers to win the series.
I thought they were. I mean, game 2, the Panthers played very well. Game 3, I really thought it was like the Oilers' game to win. They lost. Then game 4, obviously they won, and then last night they played really well. They're a good team. Panthers are really good too, but Nicky Smokes, I think, may have cursed them.
Yeah, I totally agree. If you're looking at like the MVPs of the Stanley Cup right now, what do they call it? Is there
It's Stewart? No, it's something.
Mm.
Trophy.
Oilers.
Conn Smythe. And that's all playoffs, right? You're looking at that. Connor McDavid, clearly for the Oilers.
Right.
Nicky Smokes is the anti-Conn Smythe Award winner.
Okay.
He came to Florida and may have killed the Panthers.
I mean, was he there to shoot content? I don't get why they want him to leave because he might be there for the parade, right?
No, he went. So he's from Florida.
Yeah.
And he went back for the game 4 watch party. And if you remember when he cursed the Dolphins at one point, remember against the Titans that game? He said they won, and then like he cursed them, and then they didn't win again after that. And then he went to that. And every game he's gone to this year with the Panthers, they've lost. And they're a really good team, obviously. Well, they lost game 4. Then last night he was like, should I go? But he's like, I'm in Florida. If they win the cup and I'm not there to see them raise it, like I'm gonna, kill myself. And he then went and they lost. So now he's saying, when I'm in Chicago, they play really well. So he's going back to Chicago. And I think he's saying he won't be at game 6 or game 7 no matter what.
And no matter what, he's not a liberal pussy. He wants you to know he's not a liberal
That's what he
pussy.
said?
Yeah, watch this.
I will not cry because I'm not a liberal pussy. However, all my friends dishing me hurts a lot. If the Cats win this game, the amount of money I will spend on bottles and drugs and women, they will never recover from this. I hope they all get fucking herpes.
Wait.
Ooh, like his haters?
First off, no, he's talking. First off,
He's just talking about his friends?
are you a liberal pussy if you get upset your friends ditch you? And then second off,
Oh,
he's
his
actually-
friends ditched him?
And then he goes, I'm gonna spend so much money on bottles, drugs, women to get my friends herpes. Herpes isn't expensive, dude. You do not need to do all that to give your friends herpes.
Yeah, honestly, you spend less.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap.
Yeah, you could just go to like the worst strip club in Fort Lauderdale, which I'm
Broward County?
Yeah, Broward County. You go to Broward County, like I'm sure you can get herpes pretty easily. I didn't realize his friends left him. That's hilarious, though. I actually give it up to his friends. Because like, I mean, that's just like such a friend move. They were just like, we can't be around him.
Yeah, it's called ball busting.
But it's funny. Yeah.
So wait, there's a second video where he calls Caitlyn to get flights back.
I think it was a bit. It was a bit.
It was a bit?
Like, I don't think it was
Barstool
expensive.
paying for his flights to go to games?
No. I think he was just kidding. Because he went...
But I thought this was totally
You know who 100% thought that was real?
Can you get me on the first flight out to Chicago?
Who thinks... Who thinks Nicky Smokes has an expense trip to watch the Panthers play? Who? Rico Bosco's like Nicky Smokes. Like, I think he did it as a bit. That's what he went home for himself.
Okay. But I mean, after that speech, if he's expensing the tickets, like, that's ridiculous.
All I'll say is, if I'm a Rico Bosco guy. I'm in the trenches with Rico Bosco. Yeah. As somebody who got slandered for expensing a plane ticket down to the horse races with Dave, if this got expensed, the flight back, I think Bosco has a right to be angry.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
For somebody who gets ripped on for, like, I know it wasn't a content trip to...
But it was. That's all content.
No, but the reason I thought it was real was because I thought he was there for like doing a man on the street after the game.
No. He's there. His mom still lives there. He's from there.
Yeah.
I think he went home for the weekend because he wanted to watch the Panthers watch party and whatnot.
Okay.
I do not think it wasn't a business. I think he was just doing that as like a bit, like
I'm not
funny.
sure if it was content trip, but I will say great content.
Yeah.
I'll say he earned his flight back.
I mean that.
Also, if we did
earned his
for it,
flight.
I don't care. Like, I'm not one. I'm not checking the expenses. Fuck the government. Like, I hope the government pays.
No,
for it.
I'm just saying, like, he's gonna show up in a video making more content, getting kicked off a plane, being fucked up after that sort of comments. That's like the precursor. Imagine like that being shown in court before Nicky Smokes gets arrested.
I think it's so funny that he was just like, we need to go spend so much money on booze, drugs, woman. It's like, that sounds like a great time. And he's like, and I hope you all get herpes.
No, I think he's saying he hoped they get herpes
From
separately. No, because they're going to miss out on all the money he's going to spend on drugs.
I need to know how much money
Is
Nicky
he
Smokes
dealing?
has.
Does he have like what the fuck?
No, I think it's just, like it's his thing. Like, I think he's.
I mean,
just,
I know, he makes 6 figs.
Yeah, but I don't think.
Bare minimum.
Like, I don't think it's like his thing. Like, he plays it up. Like, it's like his bit. I don't think he was like going to like burn down South Beach, but like I think he may have spent like $1,000, like $2,000.
I need to know how much like the drugs cost.
Yeah.
I need a full like
Finance.
I need an expense report.
A good question for Nicky Smokes is, what's the most he's ever spent in a night?
That's a great
Dude,
question.
that is.
But a ticket doesn't count. Like, I'm saying like at the bar, like going places, like a table, whatnot.
First, you would think that the night that he got re-signed as like...
No, but that was...
and you know what? It's never those nights. It's always the nights that you don't expect it to be the most expensive that end up being the most expensive.
But we're talking Nicky Smokes, though.
You think he goes into it with a plan?
Maybe. Like, I think he's just like, he's a big party guy.
Right, like I have like the Irish mistake of like going out, getting too drunk, spending too much. Where like my most expensive night wasn't even my best night.
Dude, $10 Guinnesses, playing pool till 4 a.m., you racking up like 4 an hour, and then you're fucking rinsed for like 200.
What's the most you spent in a night partying?
Well, I don't party hard, I don't go to clubs, but like probably like $300.
That's nothing.
Or $400.
That's
especially in New York City.
Well, I don't like party hard. I'm like kind of like cash conscientious.
No.
But I'm jealous of that. I'm not being like, oh, you pussy. I'm like, fuck. Like,
no, dude. Like,
I spend too
I'll
much.
like accidentally buy like 40 drinks through the course of a Saturday to Saturday night, and then it's like, holy fuck. How many of these were for my boys? How many for me? Then you're like buying food sometimes.
I would say the total for Nicky Smokes in one night was probably $1,500 to $2,000.
I agree. I think that the night Dante's place, I was gonna say maybe bought.
No, but I think that was like free. Like, he didn't
I don't
even
know.
get that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I agree with that. Then 1,500 to 2,000.
I bet he got like I wouldn't be surprised if he went to a club like in South Florida, got like a table with his buddies, and then 1,500. Like, he paid like $750, $1,000 each, and then he spent more. Like, I would say that's
300 on his drug of choice.
Yeah.
And yeah, that'd probably be like 350, 300.
I would say like 1,500 is my guess.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
What about Willie Mays? He died.
Did you just skip over Willie Mays?
Yes, by accident.
R.I.P. Willie
Because
Mays.
he was scrolling. He scrolled too fast. I thought the next one was that.
R.I.P. Willie Mays.
All right. Cut that, please, on Juneteenth, please. All right. R.I.P. Willie Mays. Willie Mays passed away yesterday at 93 years old. Mays is 6th all-time in home runs with 660, 12th-time Gold Glove winner, tied most of all time. They didn't start awarding Gold Gloves until his 5th season.
Wow, that's a crazy stat.
That is a crazy stat.
I mean, just a GOAT. I mean, he played for the New York Giants as well. Played in the Polo Grounds. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to say. One of the all-time greats. He's one of those guys, I hate to say this. If you asked me yesterday if Willie Mays was alive, I would have said no.
I would have guessed he died 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I wish him, it still sucks for his family and whatnot, R.I.P. Willie Mays, but I did think he was dead.
Yeah, he was definitely on. If I had to bet on it, I would have bet.
If you played in black and white,
Yeah.
I think you're dead.
If you could have died by polio when you were catching baseballs, like that's right. When was polio? 1940s.
No, it was a little bit before.
Okay.
Like 30s, 20s. He could have had polio as a young man.
Also, that stat about the Gold Gloves, that's one of those stats like Pete Maravich is the NCAA all-time leading scorer at
Yeah.
the three-point line. That's kind of like,
I just want to
Yeah,
say,
more.
let me hear it.
the Gold Glove stat, they probably just like, Gold Glove comes around Willie Mays. Like, they don't even like think about it.
Willie Mays, yeah. It's just a name.
How would somebody vote for Willie Mays being the best center fielder if you've only watched him play 2 games in a year? Like, it's like,
Yeah, I've never seen him play. So I can't say how great he was.
he did have that amazing catch. I'm sure he's great.
Well, that's why they had
660 home runs is the most impressive.
Could he start in today's game?
I mean, I
I'm
remember.
going yes.
I'm going yes.
Yeah.
With today's science advancements, yeah. Well, how tall was he? Like, how big was he?
Yeah. Let's get some stats on him. I remember practicing Willie Mays catches.
Yeah, I mean, he has one of the greatest catch ever.
Yeah, like that catch.
Yeah, that's a guy that could.
Yeah, that's a ball player.
5'11", 180.
He's from Alabama. I did not know that.
He might have not ended up playing baseball in today's world.
Yeah, that's true. But he's also, I mean, just all-time great. One of the greatest baseball players
Right.
of all time. Shout out Willie Mays, New York Giant.
Yeah.
Not the football player, Billy.
What?
Not the football player.
I know,
not
not the football. No, the New York Football Giants, the New York Baseball Giants.
Yes,
That's where it
yeah,
comes
yeah.
from, Dukes.
All-time great clip is one time somebody called in the Francesa and asked, do you think when the Giants are in town, like the San Francisco Giants and
Yeah.
the New York Giants, you think they ever get together? Dinner.
Well, they all played at the Polo Grounds back then. Also, the Giants kind of a weird, like, old-timey mascot. Like, no one's called the Giants nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a
I mean, the little Giants, like
San Francisco.
No, but he's saying like
Right,
there's
but,
no
like,
new
no, but-
team.
yeah.
like no one's like, oh, the Giants classic mascot name. Like, it's kind of like what kind of Giants were they referring to?
Yeah, like Giants, like just the word giant.
Also, their logos were never Giants. They were always like SF, New York.
Yeah.
That's a good point. There's no like,
Who is the Giant?
is there one Giant? Is it Andre the Giant?
Hold
The
on.
Jolly Green Giant? Are they talking about biblical giants?
Yeah, is
I
it
think- I
biblical
think
Giant?
Is
Yeah.
it Nephilim?
I think it's like the Giants used to hit back in when you talk about Giants in the 1920s. they're
Yeah.
like, oh, that sounds so.
Well, there's talk about audio crack and like a little bit of like conspiracy theories. There's a thought that there was giants that used to live amongst us.
Dude,
Nordic giants?
Andre the Giant.
I had an evolutionary biologist on, and we got into all that shit. It was insane.
Yeah, no, it's a
Check out the audio crack.
I just love it.
No, I know, but that's a real thing.
Dude, there was a ancient hominid called not Homo naledi, it was called Homo heisenbergus or something, and they might have been 7 feet tall.
And also, there was a guy who came on Joe Rogan recently who talked a lot about it. I forget his name. He talked about how like.
Save for later. Jack Mack.
Okay.
July 4th, if you're looking for something to listen to.
I'm on audio crack July 4th.
Dude,
Let's
you want
go.
to join?
I mean, if you want me to, yeah.
Sweet, we're going to have, it's going to be a great time. July 4th. Check it out. It's actually coming out July 1st. Check out Audio Crack. Okay, Justin Timberlake arrested for DWI. Justin Timberlake was busted for drunk driving in the Hamptons on Tuesday after allegedly blowing a stop sign and swerving out of his lane. During the traffic stop, Timberlake reportedly muttered under his breath, "This is going to ruin the tour." To which the cop replied, "What tour?" Timberlake said, "The world."
That's hilarious. That's an unbelievable line. And the cop didn't know who he was.
I bet the cop thought he was a golfer.
Holy shit.
I bet the cop thought he was a golfer.
Also,
Like,
I
holy
wanted
shit, am I doing a shot?
Dante said in like a tweet last night, it's like, you want to feel old. The cop who arrested him doesn't know who he was. Now,
Yeah.
Hampton cops are usually like 23, 24-year-olds. Then they usually get you for jaywalking, if anything. That guy not knowing who Justin Timberlake is his fault. That's not he's young. How do you not know who Justin Timberlake is?
It's not a superstar. It's not. Justin Timberlake's not a superstar. He's an icon.
Oh, okay. I thought
He is.
You say no?
No, it's just
He's like one of the biggest celebrities
what does
in
he
the
look
world.
like? What does he look like now? Bring
You
up
didn't see his
mugshot.
DWI or mugshot? It looked like it was a ring light. Look at this man. It looks
I mean,
like
does
he's
he still look the same?
Yes.
Oh God.
He looks like he has like the gene surgery to make you younger.
Androchrome. Adrenochrome.
He's living out in Montana nowadays. So honestly, people drunk drive all the time in Montana. So now he goes back east. He thinks he can just get
You
away with
can't
it.
drunk drive in the Hamptons. It's like they get you like it's
Long Island's
that's the
strict.
only
That's
where they get all their money for the entire year. It's summer drunk drivers.
DUI.
And like, did you see that report?
It's a really tough place to drunk drive. It's just so dark around there.
Yeah.
But there's less
Blind
cars.
I haven't done it.
Not
haven't
safe.
done it.
Not
Don't know
safe.
about it.
Don't drunk drive.
Don't drunk drive, even in Montana.
Yeah.
Unless if it's on your property, can you?
Yeah, if it's a ranch.
Yeah, like is he?
It's actually crazy because there's a lot of like the state cops and the cops don't have jurisdiction over those areas.
Yeah.
It's like sheriffs and they don't give a fuck. Just like don't kill anybody. It's weird.
Now, the thing about Justin Timberlake, is that report about all the drugs he was on true?
No.
Oh, it said poppers in like an HIV drug, bro. It was poo crave, not pop crave.
Did I get poo crave?
Yeah, you got poo crave.
You got poo crave.
You thought he was on poppers?
I saw multiple, and also poppers. A bunch of people take.
I didn't know that.
It's like allegedly like a whip it.
No,
I thought
dude,
poppers was like to open up.
No, dude, poppers
I think
is
it gives
weird,
you-
bro.
No, from
No, you're right.
the gay
It is.
out and about.
It is.
You're right.
Look, on your best days, you get poo craved.
No, I'm
Poo
just,
craved. It comes from everybody.
I thought it was true. I texted a girl about it and she made fun of me.
It sounds like that sounds like a night at that sounds like a night in Hell's Kitchen. Molly, poppers, Truvada.
do
and
we
Coke.
have his BAC?
That's a Tyler O'Day night.
I want to see his BAC. Because like,
You think they released it?
Now he refused the test.
and you get, that's how you get DWI, not DUI.
Yeah, I just know he refused it and they took him back.
I'm not gonna lie. It also just, at first glance, it checks out for a guy like just Justin Timberlake. Except for the Truvada. The Truvada, like, I was like, I don't get that.
What's Truvada?
It's an HIV medicine.
Oh.
But if you told me that Justin Timberlake was in the Hamptons drinking on Coke, took some Molly, and had a popper at a party,
All right, that's
No,
right.
dude, he's a father now. He's like,
Oh, I got some bad news for you. You think father stoned and
he's
take
like,
cocaine?
The
and,
last
do
thing I heard.
you have some time?
No,
How about O.J. Simpson?
No, the last thing I heard about Justin
a
Timberlake.
father now.
The last thing I heard about Justin Timberlake is that he released a country album. He's living out in Montana and he's just raising his kids, chilling. Like,
Oh, he's
not-
on a world tour.
Are you on his PR team?
No, I'm just like, that's why when he popped up for this, like, oh, like the last thing I heard, he was like out in Montana.
He was with his friends in the Hamptons. He was living it up.
Yeah, no, the
I think
thing-
his wife, or what's her name?
Beal, Jessica Biel.
Yeah, I think she was.
Which
I think she was
we'll
in
get
Europe.
to
I
in
think
the-
she's out of the country, so he's probably.
Can we also just go back for a second? What tour? The World Tour.
And also, it's not world, I don't think. It's just in America. If I was looking at
If
it.
it's in Canada, if there's a Canadian.
No,
spot-
he's in Atlanta, like, I think, like, soon.
Is that a World Tour? Your girls' tour?
How many times do you think that line has worked and got him out of it?
In the Hamptons, they don't give a fuck.
He's going to Poland, Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
That's about as
He's
world.
going to Poland, Germany, Belgium, UK. Starting July 26.
Poland. I need to get to Poland. Germany, I haven't been to.
I heard Berlin has a sick rave scene. That's the word on the street. Great party scene.
Yeah.
Berlin.
Said that about, I was in Iceland, Reykjavik. There was no parties.
No parties in Reykjavik?
There was none.
Probably hard to find.
No, I was asking the locals. They're like, unless you're 17 or 18, you don't really party here. I was like, what? What do you guys do?
Dude, they're
Maybe they thought I was a narc.
Icelandic horses.
Yes.
Very famous.
Yeah.
They're not allowed.
They're ponies.
No, but once they leave the island, they're not allowed to come back. They have passports. Crazy.
Kind of like Ali Abdelaziz.
Amen. Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jerry Thornton, wrote a blog today about Belichick's first interaction with his new girlfriend, 24-year-old Jordan Hudson. In Belichick's first encounter with Jordan, he autographed her deductive logic textbook for her. At the time, Hudson was a 20-year-old student at Bridgewater State University.
It's Bridgewater?
Great school. What'd I say?
No, I didn't realize she went to Bridgewater State. That's like,
Been some crazy parties at Bridgewater. Belichick's autograph.
yeah, I don't think they do a lot of studying there.
Course on logic, safe travels. He then signed the book Bill Belichick along with the number of.
She's just very attractive for going to
Bowl.
Bridgewater State.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Bridgewater State has some, I think. Who knows? It's probably changed.
Well, was she a cheerleader on the Patriots?
No, I think she did like competitive cheer.
What's Bridgewater State's cheer program like? They could be a powerhouse.
I don't think so.
She probably like was.
Are they D3 football?
Yeah, they
I would-
claim that.
I just need to say this about Bill Belichick. He is on a historic run after getting fired by the Patriots. His PR 180 has been insane. Between the roast, people were like now in the Manning cast during the draft, and now dating the 24-year-old. His up and up is, it's reaching levels of one of the best runs in human history.
Lauren Holiday probably.
Bro, how old?
Oh yeah. Do you think okay, here's a question. Do you think that it was her house that Belichick was walking out of?
It was? Then why would she give up that?
Yeah, why would she give up that film? She may have been in a share house and she didn't have access to the.
In Nantucket?
Yeah. She didn't have the access to the, what's it called, ring
like
camera, and then like some asshole like sold it for.
Oh, so it is confirmed.
Oh.
Yeah, the headline says ex-Patriots coach Bill Belichick, 72, caught on a ring camera sneaking out of 24-year-old girlfriend Jordan. Or is that a new ring camera?
Is this
We gotta find.
Oh, no.
No, it's the old one. Yeah.
What a beast. My coach.
Like I saw people talking like they were like disgusting. Like get over it. Like people are like, this is disgusting. Like ugh.
I mean, I'm gonna be
Like
honest.
what?
Belichick spent a lot of time with 24-year-old dudes, with young dudes his whole life.
In the locker room?
Yeah.
I don't think 24 also. It's not like you're like a spring chicken.
How old are you, dudes?
26.
Oh.
Also, 24. Like people like 24, you can make every decision under the sun. But when it comes to dating a much older man like Bill Belichick, people lose their mind. Like, what's wrong with you guys?
You can't rent a car either.
Yeah, can't rent a car.
He can.
She can't.
That's okay. I don't even think you need a car when you just fly a jet.
Do you think we're gonna have a Belichick Robert De Niro situation? Robert De Niro had like a baby at like 80.
That's interesting. That's probably a conundrum for Jordan Hudson.
Yeah. I'll see.
Like, what if she wants kids?
Well, he might be slinging. I want to know what Steve thinks of the whole thing. Is he like, hell yeah, Dad?
I bet he probably doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the best one's the next one.
Yeah. Ohio attorney reinstated after 6-month ban for throwing Pringles cans full of his own shit in the parking lots of his opponents. 75-year-old Vietnam veteran, he may have learned that over there, turned defense attorney Jake Blakesley was caught leaving Pringles cans full of his own shit in the parking lots of victim advocacy centers. He claimed he did it to blow off steam, have a laugh to himself in the courtroom knowing he left a Pringles can
what?
full of shit in their parking lot. His suspension is now up. He took the necessary steps to be reinstated, and he plans to continue
He's
working.
75?
This is the GOAT.
He's laying pipe bombs, dude.
This is the final boss of like best lawyers ever.
I was going to say, so I blogged this a while ago. Basically, he's a defense attorney, and he was like defending kind of like these terrible people. Going up against lawyers who are like a part of this victim advocacy center, and he's taking his own shit, putting them in Pringles cans, throwing his shit in the parking lot of these victim advocacy center place.
So he would
like as he's going up against them in court.
He would
so he can be like, yeah, fuck you. Like
he would. The Pringles aspect's kind of tough. Like you have to like squat down and put.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. I don't know if I'd want my lawyer to do this, but if you're talking about funniest things your lawyer could possibly do, if you found out,
You're going to jail.
Because
you're going to jail.
It feels like a prank that like you'd be like, oh, let me take my dog shit, put it in a brown bag, light it on fire for my neighbor. This is taking it to a whole other level.
Who started the lighting dog poop on fire?
Probably someone that played with Willie Mays.
Yeah, it probably goes that far back.
Like the first person that did it, if your friend introduced the idea to you, you'd be like, you're one sick puppy.
Does it like make it a certain smell, or is it just like?
He wasn't lighting it on fire. Was
No. But Dukes just brought up the brown bag of shit lit on fire of dog poop.
There was one time when in middle school you did this shit, and everyone had a dog except my family.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do some debauchery, so I shit in a brown paper bag.
You shit?
And we forgot the lighter at my house. So I just left it on a neighbor's front door.
Why?
Unlit, just a brown paper bag of shit, not on fire.
Who did that recently?
Well, Maddie Mooby had like shit
on
her front stoop, like at school. At Maris.
Shat on her porch?
Well, it's unclear if it may have been somebody in Poughkeepsie. There's some there's a drug problem up there, so there could be some crackheads. But they went back on the Ring camera, and there was no footage of the person leaving it. So there is a blind spot, but the crackhead wouldn't have known about the blind spot. So
it was an attack.
It was an attack.
The call came from inside the house.
Someone that was drunk as shit at 2:00 in the morning, being like, "Yo, that's Mooby's house." Some freshman who was just like, "Yo, we should shit."
I think
on her carpet.
Or it's someone they know.
It could be that.
They're just covering.
I don't think they ever.
It's Kelly, you think it's an inside job?
Why do they call her Smelly?
Yeah, Smelly.
But they moved out of that house. They had to move. They left college, but I think it's an unsolved mystery. It's a cold case now.
That's awesome. We gotta get Kirk on it. The case season 2.
Yeah. Speaking of, wait, what happened to the Aftershow fact?
No. We're
okay.
Ken Jack.
Oh, okay.
Ken Jack.
Because I saw something else on there. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But Ken Jack did it again. Wait, it was intentional?
Yeah. I mean, why did he do that? Yeah. So Ken Jack, for those who don't know, he purposely responded to a question wrong when asked by the Frankettes in The Dozen.
And did the classic, instead of Jessica Biel, he said Jessica Alba.
It was Jessica Alba.
What?
Yeah. I mentioned Shrek and Leia. It's Jessica Alba, the scene where she's all nude. You know, taking off the shirt,
nude, yeah.
soaking wet.
I don't.
Yeah, you know, you horn dog. Yeah, it's Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba, final answer.
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel, final answer.
God damn it! He fucked us! He fucked us! We have no fucking chance now! God damn it! I never went in this goddamn office!
So it was like the Jessica thing.
Oh no, dude, wait. He may have done that by accident. Now he's saying it's on purpose.
So he's coming out being like, I did it on purpose. You can ask Brandon Walker. KB and Nick have been like, he gave a smirk after he did it. He said he did it.
Did you see how he acted, like his body language? He did intentionally.
I think he saw an opportunity to be like, all right, let me put on a little bit of Hollywood. I wouldn't have done it to Nick and KB, who are on the bracket with me.
The bracket aspect is something. Because those two guys are they're behemoths. People love them. They tune in for Nick and KB, and
they're also just good people. Just to put away what they are at Barstool, good friends, good people.
I wouldn't have done it. And also, he's out of the tournament. Oh no, he's still in the tournament. So there is an aspect of that. Maybe he was doing it to try to help his own team.
Sure. But again, we know at Barstool, it goes deeper than there's relationships at stake, not just teams, and you can't just it's surviving. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I wouldn't have done it.
Who won because of him?
Uptown Balls. And if they got that question right, It was a very close game. The game ended. It would have probably went to overtime.
Yeah, and I know people were clamoring for our takes on on the situation.
Yes.
But it's also, Ken Jack was saying, I didn't like the way that Frank was screaming and yelling, and I didn't want him to win. Is that your first time ever dealing with Frank?
Yeah.
Frank does this every day. How could you not deal with it for 15 minutes during a trivia match and be like, this was the final straw? This is when I got to put an end to this Frank thing. Frank's going to do it today. He's going to yell tomorrow. He's going to yell the next day. And I don't know. I'm very unfazed by Frank. I love Frank. So I don't know. Getting bothered by that one trivia match to the point where we try to hurt the relationship between KB and Nick just seemed a little strange to me. And I don't know how, if Nick and KB don't care, salute.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't have done it.
I wouldn't have done it.
I don't think.
Do it.
Should we make a trivia team?
No, we would be so bad.
I'm so good at trivia.
We'd be
Rewind the tape. I was so good.
so bad.
Yeah. I low-key didn't do that bad at all.
Yeah, you were bad.
No, it wasn't. When did we play?
I played you once, but I remember what was your points per game?
I put up numbers.
I think you were low in the league. We could ask Jeff.
I don't remember. I only
Who was
played
the Super Bowl MVP in 1998?
1998?
1998.
Kurt Warner?
No, that was 2000. Yeah, that's weird because it's before my time. Who?
Trent Dilfer? Or Terrell Davis?
Oh, true.
KB's knowing of hometowns of NFL players is one of the most unbelievable things. Weapon grade autism.
It's Russia's been trying to find autism like that for 60 years.
Oh, dude, wait.
It's elite.
No, there's that dude who hacked the GTA 6.
Yes, that guy's unbelievable.
That guy's unbelievable.
Say that for audio crack because we can really get into
Now that guy's
That
unbelievable.
guy's unbelievable.
And they were just I think they're essentially putting him in jail so they can say you can only work on our stuff.
They didn't put him in jail. They institutionalized him because he's a danger to himself and others. He's been institutionalized.
That's my guy. There's that photo of him with the fish.
Yeah. Dude, he literally hacked.
He's the GOAT.
He hacked into the Rockstar YouTube using a Roku and his phone and released the entire
because they
trailer.
didn't let him. He was in custody at that point.
Yeah.
He was at a Russian hotel kind of thing where it's almost a halfway house.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a computer because they knew it was he used a Roku.
A halfway house for hackers is just a hilarious thing to think of. What could they do in this room that they can't get basically a high off of?
We can't take their. I think it wasn't even. I think it was a flip phone. I don't even think it was a smartphone.
I think you're correct. I think he's the GOAT.
Because they're we can't give him a smartphone. He definitely could hack with that. And he did it with a flip phone. And a Roku.
Also, rock stars, that's essentially, that's a tough place to get into. That's not Barstool Sports.
Yeah, that's. Think about how many designers and people they have in there, and they've kept GTA 6 under wraps until that guy came through.
Yeah, we got blank before GTA 6. That's a very big meme.
Going off something like that, did you guys see the meme of the Celtics fans? People keep quote tweeting the gambling.
Oh yes, yeah. This is so funny. There's this. So there's the reaction of the Celtics fans: Clemmer, Dana, whatnot, Hank.
That's a big one. Oh. Way to go. Way to fucking go.
And they're high-fiving after the win. Now it was a 30-point win. It went up, but people were I celebrated.
Alexander Madison's 12-yard touchdown harder than that.
Insert the most random NFL player you've ever heard of. 8-yard run more than this. It's this is why franchises in Boston don't deserve championships.
Yeah, it's it would be so inauthentic. As somebody that cried in a round of 64 basketball game when Dayton won after the comeback, it's what did you want them to do? Go ballistic after they were up 3-1 and had a 25-point victory for 3 quarters? It was over.
That game was over.
It would have been so weird if they were just yes!
It would have been inauthentic.
Right, but it was, what we got was probably the best case scenario. The quote tweets are so funny.
The quote tweets are very
People
funny.
don't get it though. Why would they, if they just started freaking out? It would have been so weird if they did that, but the quote tweets are unbelievable.
Yeah, no, we did it! But Jason Tatum,
He didn't even seem psyched. He kind of just seemed like, yeah.
I think that he was processing what happened in real time. Like he was like, "Oh my God, we did it," and then he was just like, "What YouTube video did I just watch?" And then he thought of the
we did it.
KG. Anything is possible.
I also made a tweet, like, first thing, a tweet and TikTok about how Boston, the Celtics went to Miami right away. People were so mad at that.
They were really mad.
They were really mad. Like a very harmless joke too.
Dude.
Like obviously a city is not based strictly on its partying on June 4th or June 19th in 2024. Like I mean, it's like there's so many aspects. But people like really were mad. They were like, "How dare you disrespect the company that gave you a fucking job?"
Yeah.
People told me to kill myself.
I'm just saying, where are they going to go in Boston?
Milton.
Encore? Or are they going to go to like
Loco?
Stats?
Loco?
Are they going to go to the Lincoln?
I don't know.
Where are they going to go?
I know they rented out a place that night, and then they went to Miami, which I mean, I don't blame them. Like and it's also common. I think people they go to Miami, Vegas, or like maybe.
Yeah, it makes sense. I want to say this really quick to defend Jason Tatum. I thought the hate that he's now getting, it's a little bit too far.
Oh yeah, people act like he's not good.
No, that and to be like he's copying the Kobe photo. It's like stop reaching. There's like 600 pictures out there of like a superstar holding a trophy and like being emotional with it. I thought it was a little bit insane.
Well, I think that's the show.